Damn it, I forgot to pop out my chat. People are trying to reach me. I'm blowing up. Yeah, I updated our chat rules, so probably on Sunday it'll pop up and remind you when you're first showing up, and it now says no spam, and that includes the dust, just to keep Jimmy safe. Track is back, and can we chat? You hate soda, but it's so delicious. All sorts of things have been running through my head lately. It's like I can't really collect my thoughts on my own. It'll be super helpful if there was someone around who could listen to me. So do you have time today? Why don't we grab coffee? I'm in the underground mall at Shibuya Station, and you'd over there. Oh, well, thank you for subscribing. 1 full year. I drink soda like 2 or 3 times a week, but for the most part, I just drink water and tea, the occasional coffee. Although, and this has been more recent, coffee sometimes makes me feel like I'm gonna puke. Especially if it tastes like coffee, it's very frustrating. Looks like Anne's troubled. Let's go see her. I'll be there soon. I'll be waiting. Yeah, just use a sock. That makes sense. Felt like someone was watching me this morning. What should I do? Maybe it wouldn't hurt to at least ask. No, but then... Lady Anne seems depressed. Never mind, it's nothing. You never drink coffee? You find it disgusting? You've seen what it does to your parents' wallets? Well, yeah, if you're like super duper into it, it can be very devastating to your wallet. If you're more of a casual drinker like myself, it's not too bad. These days I'm more of a tea person. Like Earl Grey tea is just fucking delicious. I cannot have too much Earl Grey tea. Especially if it's like an Earl Grey tea latte and a London fog, that shit's the best. Never mind, it's nothing. I should be able to invite her out with my current kindness, that's right. I was ready for this part. Parents used to go to Starbucks once a day each. I do love me some Starbucks, and I do go there from time to time. Although not anymore. It's gotten so bad that I had to make a Starbucks in Animal Crossing. Probably on Sunday I'll open with Animal Crossing because it's been a little while since we've seen my town. So you can see I have a coming soon location for a Starbucks. Yeah, cold brew too late, so you're too wired. You should've just kept on going with the party games. And then I could've, like, gotten in my nice comfy bed. I'm fine, seriously. Besides, I wouldn't want to trouble you. Tell me about your problems. Are you sure? You're so reliable. Guess it wouldn't be so bad talking to you about this stuff. I feel like my bond with Anne will grow stronger soon. Oh yeah, making routes is good. I like making routes. Yes, let's hang out with Anne. I sunk like a good 7 hours, uninterrupted, just doing roads in Animal Crossing. Well, I'm gonna walk around. Let me know when you're ready to leave. Hey, there's something I want to talk to you about. Chris! It's Shio. You wish the controls were a bit tighter? Oh, for terraforming? Yes, they suck. Like, I kinda wish they would just let me draw the roads using the stylus and the handheld mode. Oh, you made a real stupid one in Noida? Tell me all about it. I love Noida. I went to visit her in the hospital. She said she was sorry. I might do a little bit of user chat integration, Noida. He did the green bouncy shots on a rapid fire on an always cast personal fireball thrower. It worked great until you got to Hisi base. Most ones work great until you get to Hisi base. Hisi base is where everything gets a big health upgrade, a damage upgrade. You really need to be ready for that floor. That's like the first bump. Been good about? No, I like playing Noida. I really enjoy it. No, gotta break the streak. Gotta go back to my favorite wizarding game. I kept chasing you, exploding. Yeah, that's the problem. Sorry for not telling me about Kamoshida. About all the things he was doing to her. It was my fault too. I didn't realize how much trouble she was in. I wasn't there for her. So I apologized as well. She's so strong. Isn't she? Shio really is a great girl. I'm glad I finally got to tell her everything I couldn't bring myself to say before. Remember how Kamoshida threatened to take Shio off the team if I didn't sleep with him? I'd only agreed to it so I wouldn't ruin Shio's dreams. But now I think about it, he never would have put her on the bench and cost his team games. I seriously should have dared him to try and take her starting spot. In the end, maybe I just didn't believe in her ability. You can't blame yourself. Think so? All this happened because of how weak I am. That's why I believe Kamoshida's authority outweighed Shio's own ability to earn her starting spot. Grez, do you remember what the last time I talked to you was like? When I got that phone call from Kamoshida and cried. I felt so alone, scared even. And because you were there for me, I decided not to go. I was a little surprised how pushy you were about it, but I see now you just wanted to help. Thank you. I couldn't just ignore you. You're so kind, Grez. Back then, people used to call me all sorts of names. Prissy bitch, Kamoshida's girl. I got tired of it pretty quickly. But to tell you the truth, somebody want to be able to take labels like that in stride. Hey, personas are the power of the heart, right? Grez is such a kind boy. That means if my heart gets stronger, my persona will too. So I want to strengthen my heart. I want to use that strength to help the people around me. I hope we could save people from trouble just like we did when we changed Kamoshida's heart. Though honestly, I don't even know what strong is. I'm gonna find the answer, I promise. Let's find it together. Really? Thanks, I feel like I'm a little stronger already. Guess that doesn't really count though, huh? Teehee? Well, I'll be relying on you. Let's train together and make our hearts super strong. I sense a heightened motivation from Anne. Am I trying to do romance? No, this is like rank 2. Romance is like the last 2 stars on this thing. Yes. That's called being friendly, thank you very much. How about this? I won't get any refills on fountain drinks. I mean, they're free, so not getting any would mean you have a strong heart. Is that not right? God, this game is making me very wistful for Japan. Infinite soda refills, especially with all their very good and strange flavors, is something I miss. Like, root beer floats are good. Melon floats are fucking awesome. Melon soda with vanilla ice cream floating in there. Delicious. Hey, it's me. Thanks for listening to what I had to say earlier. Now I feel like I have a better idea of who I want to be. Now also, I'm going to think about how I can strengthen my heart. If I think of anything, I'll let you know. Hope you join me again next time. Of course, you're my teammate. Thanks, you're such a nice guy. Oh, how about you help me come up with ways to train my heart? Just let me know when your really good idea hits you, okay? Bye! Yep, just building relationships. Exams are coming up. You're not getting a jump on and studying without me, right? Right? If you're gonna do it, you wanna do it together? I'm in serious trouble. Go right away to study. I'll be at the diner in Shibuya, the one you were just at. The waiter's gonna be like, dude, you gotta go home. Starting to get the hang of this, so I guess that's what I want to do with this one too. Wait, that's no good. Damn it, what'd I mess up on? Fuck, I'm an idiot. You are. Try starting over. Good advice, Krez. It's important to revisit and review where things went wrong. Make me smart. I love that Morgana's tail is clipping through the bag. I don't remember that being a thing in the first game, but I doubt they would have changed that. I don't know why it's poking through. You're freaking amazing, dude. I'm gonna go grab a refill. Solving that question got me real thirsty. Big smart. Can't believe this is school assembly during exam week. What the hell are they thinking? It's the day after tomorrow, right? I wonder if it's gonna be about Mr. Kamoshida again. I can't believe the school is messing with our schedules like this. I don't care what it's about. It's gonna have nothing to do with us students. I wish they'd stop dragging us in their mess. Mandatory assembly during exam week, huh? Sounds rough for all of you. What if we're finally gonna meet the new character? Or rather, the therapist. Counselor, there we go. Now then, let the first day of exams begin. Don't mind me, I'm not opening up a thing on my phone here. What historical figure inspired the idiom of favoring the magistrate? Surely I remember this. That's right. Oh no. I'm in the wrong time. What? Minamoto no Yoshitsune? Yes, that's right. Oh good. I was guessing and then I found the answer on the screen here. Morgana agrees. Provide the reason why Minamoto no Yoshitsune is viewed as a hero. He had a brother, right? I think his name was... shockingly close to his brother's name. Minamoto no Yoritomo. Yeah, that's the one. Oh, it's Kira, of course. They ended up coming into a conflict. In the end, they had to fight. They had to oppose each other. And Yoritomo won. Yeah, Yoshitsune committed suicide after being exiled. Even though he lost, Yoshitsune is the one who went down in history as a hero. Probably because people tend to sympathize with figures in power. Sympathize less with them. And they sympathize more with the weak. I love rooting for an underdog. Finished in time, hooray! Just gonna blow through these. Not gonna read too many of the questions. Alright, brain function responsible for phenomena seeing an illusion in this figure. That would be cognition. And which of the following maps can you paint without any adjacent areas being the same color? Both. You found your legs? Were they chicken legs? Saying this long is odd. As someone who normally has desk or design jobs in his life, sitting long is the way of life for me. Does anyone have a test? Let's go. Alright, malefactors, chief factor in the progress of the human race. That'll be the devil's dictionary. Mysterious seductive woman, femme fatale. Most of my teachers are hot, but Kawakami's the only nice one. Yeah, I can agree with that. Bunch of people talking. Yeah, a lot of the teachers kind of suck as people. I'm beginning to become worried that I'm using the original game's cheat sheet for school pop quiz questions. The dates are very wrong now. Alright. Ever since that specific incident, many of you have voiced concerns that I could not bear to ignore. Now I'll let him talk. Oh yeah, this is the new character showing up. The new social link, not the new playable character. Who's this male model? Alright, because it's a new character, the time has come to predict secret villain or not. I'll need more information. We hired only the finest. Ready to know the answer?
ニュースにもなってるし、放置はまずいって思ったんじゃない？
つか、なんだっけ？名前。
丸木先生。
ツッコミどころ満載すぎじゃね？本当にカウンセリングできんの？
リュウジ。
どうも。
We're gonna find out because I'm gonna go hard into his social link.
それに君。なんで名前知ってんすか？鴨志田先生といろいろあった生徒の何人かは前もって聞かせてもらってたから転校早々大変だったね。
To think I'd end up in a castle. Yeah, it was.
本当にそう思うよ。つうか、俺らになんか用っすか？ああ、そうだった。さっき集会でも言ったけど。君たちカウンセリングに興味あったりするかな？別にねえっすけど。え？いや、じゃなくて。思ったより直球で断られたからさ。
Broken wands are a thing in Noida now? Yeah, I've been like abstaining from playing for periods of time. That way every time I pop in and there's been like 3 or 4 updates, it's like a fun surprise for me. You throw them like other items and they randomly cast their contents. That sounds awesome. I'm really just like excited and waiting for this game to exit early access. You download multiple apps just to get access to the other 2 Pirates of the Caribbean movies that you thought you watched already? Why are you trying to watch the Pirates of the Caribbean movies so hard? What's happening?
でも今ならお菓子もあるよ。
Well, free snacks.
うわ、ちょっと無理だな。でも食べられるし。
Well, tell me more about those snacks.
バッチリ釣られないでよ。
実は鴨志田先生のことで関係性の
Are
強
they
い生
not
徒
on
は必
Disney
ずカウン
Plus?
セリングするように言われてね。
I imagine that's where they would live eventually. Are they not there currently, though?
一応学校側からの気遣いなんだけど。
気遣いね。
いきなり見ず知らずの僕と話せって言われても困るのは
I
分
know
か
other Johnny
る。こう
Depp
いうのを強制でやって
movies
も意味ないし。
are on there, so
せ
it's
っか
not
くなら
because they're distancing
君た
from
ちにも
him.
何かメリットが。そうだ。カウンセリングに来てくれたら代わりにメンタ
Might
ル
just
ト
be
レ
a
ーニン
weird
グを教え
licensing
るよ。
issue.
テスト前の集中力の上げ方とかデートの時に緊張しない方法とかさ。どうかな。
どうかなって。
Very sad right now that the currently airing Dokukobo show. Because Dokukobo is like among one of my favorite animation studios right now.
今ならお菓子も
They're
いやお菓子はも
putting
ういい
their
っつう
currently
の
airing show on hold, the Breakwater Club anime.
お前どうする？
So episode 3 was the last episode we're gonna get for a while. Because of course, you know, COVID, it makes sense that you don't want all your animators in one building. I'm going to do it.
まあ受けねえなら受けねえで面倒なことになりそうだしな。
そうだね。
Your brother watched the whole quintilogy, and so you watched the first 3 on Disney Plus. Apparently, they removed 4 and 5 reportedly. Not coming back until December. Alright, if it's not coming back until December, then that sounds like it's a licensing thing, where they have an agreement with some other region or service, and they have exclusivity for a period of time.
都合のいい時にでも来てよ。
じゃあ俺らはこれで。
またね。ありがとう。カウンセリング受ける気になってくれて取引した分君の力にならないとね。
Oh, it's a new scene in the framing device.
ただの高校生にこれだけの大立ち回りができるとは思えない。
Hey,
周囲の状況に惑わ
that's
さ
a
れ
high school student, if not a human, and if a human could do it, I could do it, as a high school student. Don't underestimate me.
いるのよね。あなたの心の強さを育てた協力者が。
Someone that helped you strengthen your mental state.
答えなさい。
Give me a name!
我は汝、汝は我。汝、ここに新たなるちぎりを得たり。ちぎりはすなわち、囚われを破らんとする反逆の翼なり。我、公民館のペルソナの生
It's actually kind of complicated, the Johnny Depp thing.
さらなる力とならん。
He did have a rough time with drugs for a long time, but he straightened his life out, that is true. So Amber Heard accused him of domestic abuse, which is obviously a bad person quality. Hold on, I'm checking one thing real quick here. By all accounts, she abused him as well. And I remember seeing a news article about some of her accusations being fabricated, but it's hard to keep track, and I'm not really much of a celebrity news guy. No, drugs don't make you a bad guy. Like, that's
冷めちゃ
just
ってごめん。
going through a rough patch. And let's be serious. Most actors have a period where they have trouble with alcohol or drugs. It's how you treat other people that matters. For me, I don't give a shit if you do every drug under the sun. What matters to me is if you're kind to the people around you. Yes, I've heard both sides that she abused him, that he abused her, that they play their friends on each other. So I don't have much of an opinion because I wasn't there. I don't know. So I'm not going to make any character judgments on either of them. I've liked a lot of his acting, so I like him as an actor. And until I see a recording of him saying something awful, I'm gonna have a neutral opinion. You guys gonna go for it? Let's do it. Make sure you visit him so you don't draw any attention to yourself. That's the weird thing about celebrities. Because they're in the public sphere, people they feel almost obligated to have a stance on these things. Are you here for the counseling session? Yeah, is now a bad time? Oh, not at all. It's always a good time, so long as I'm not already listening to a student. Would you care for a snack? It's 3 months after your birthday in-game. Nice. Happy belated in-game birthday. First, just relax, alright? I'm only here to listen to whatever you wish to talk about.
Hi.
Sure. Oh, I really only have one thing on my mind right now anyway. Yeah, I'd say that makes perfect sense. Like, when it comes to these opinions on public figures, specifically actors, directors, and everything, I'll be neutral with this because it's a who said what, he said, she said. Both people accused each other of abuse, so that's pretty complicated, and I'm not informed. But when you get to people with, like, Roman Polanski, or fucking, other folks who are very clearly pedophiles, or sexual assaulters, or molesters, those people suck. One of the biggest lies in video games, and then there will be cake, and you have angered the gods. Yes, I do love that Elijah Wood is super duper polite when he visits people in Animal Crossing. Also that he's super into Animal Crossing, that's also great. Don't force yourself into talking with me, you could even just grab some snacks and be on your way. Haha. No, it's alright, I know I need to talk to someone about this anyway. That is if you're willing to listen. For the very long story. Oh, I absolutely am. Take all the time you need. That's such a horrible thing to do to someone. That's why I wanted to get even with him for Shio. And at first I thought Kamoshida ought to face the same fate Shio was going to put herself through. But later I realized that wasn't right. If he did take his own life, it wouldn't undo Shiho's suffering. In fact, it just gave him the easy way out. Is that so? No, you're quite wise, level-headed, for a young woman. Takamaki-san. Ah, I think you've got it wrong. Nope, in fact, I think you're wiser than I was at your age. I wasn't anywhere near as mature as you are now. It's not like I did anything special, though. If I hadn't gone through my own share of hell, I don't think I'd be so mature either. I see, so what's in your mind now? Right now? Just hoping Shio gets better quickly. We both suffered a lot, but just want to get back to laughing and having fun together like we used to. At this point, I don't give a rat's ass about Kamoshida. Now there's a healthy outlook. Can't change the past, but you still want to keep your chin up and press onward. Is that the gist of it? Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, definitely be better if none of this had happened at all, but... Well, I definitely agree with you there. It's impossible to wipe every tragedy from history. If only, right? Everyone would be so much happier if we could actually do that. Seems I lost track of the time. We should wrap things up here for today. Thank you so much for coming to see me. Oh no, thank you. I feel a ton better now that it's all off my chest.
気をつけてね。
Good to hear it. You deserve it. Feel free to stop by again anytime.
じゃあ失礼しました。
See you around. Hard to agree with Anne. Yeah, Elijah Wood is a darling individual. I went for the counseling. You're gonna go Sutoon, right, Chris? How'd it go? Well, it honestly wasn't as rough as I was expecting. I think you should just go and give it a shot. Dr. Maruki's easier to talk to than you would think. Okay, see you tomorrow. Didn't you have a counseling appointment? That's in the nurse's office, right? Prison's worse than death in most cases.
お疲れ様です。
Tends to be the case. I also hear Japan's jails are pretty crappy. Ah, hello. Are you here for a session as well? Student called Yoshizawa. That's right. Is that so? Dr. Maruki is a wonderful counselor. I've actually been seeing him for a while, before he even started coming here to Shujin.
あれ?
Oh, I didn't know you two were acquainted. Don't go overselling me too hard, though. You're Suzawa-san, I'm really nothing special. Yeah, that's a weird thing there. Well, I need to get going, please excuse me.
それじゃ。
Let's say we get started.
いらっしゃい。
Welcome. Thank you for coming. I'm a little nervous. Oh, you don't have to be so tense. We're just going to have an ordinary conversation, that's all.
なるほど。
It's the other way around. He's wearing sandals with socks on top. Well, it's have to elaborate. As for Gomper's angering the gods mention up there, the only time that really becomes a problem is when you get to the final floor and suddenly you have the boss fight with the fucking Skeletron floating around. Tried that once, didn't work too well, but your socks were much roomier. Nice. I see. Thank you. I think I've gotten a good grasp of the situation you're in. Splain-kun. Full disclosure, the school gave me a brief rundown of the circumstances surrounding your transfer here. Well, so much for my privacy. I'm glad you got a sense of humor about it, but yes, it's not exactly kind to you. I'm sorry. Are you saying that Amber Heard was the abuser? That's what a lot of recent news I've been seeing has been saying, but until it's like clarified, I try not to jump to conclusions. But that does seem to be what recent headlines have been talking about.
あのね。
Now that you told me more about yourself, I think I've realized something. Seems like you've largely been able to reconcile your internal world with your external one. I should note that's really truly impressive. Most adults can't even really manage that. How to put it? You know, everyone has an internal reality, some conception of themselves they're striving for.
例えば。
Like wanting to be a model student or wanting to be loved and relied on, that kind of thing. But that idealized reality and the one in actuality are often far apart. That gap is responsible for a lot of people's pain. Yeah, like I said, recent headlines seem to be going that way. Oh, Gomper, I actually have a question for you, if you're paying attention to this moment. Have you been playing a game called Exanima? Do I remember that correctly? Were you talking about that? I have been catching like bits and pieces of that game around, and it looks incredibly hilarious? How is it? Tell me a little bit about it, because I'm very interested in it. Unfortunately, the developer doesn't appear to have a presence on the go-between I use for getting keys from developers, but it really seems like something I would have a lot of fun playing. Not everyone can ace their exams, and not everyone can be the heroes they wish they could be. You've already been through so much. That kind of suffering is usually enough to twist people up into dark places. But you're standing up to it and confronting a tough, painful reality. To me, that's incredibly admirable. Then again, maybe that's a little weird for you to hear from a guy you just met, huh? Kinda creepy out here. Yeah, but it sounds right. Not even any deflecting, self-deprecation. You really are strong. Splaying good.
ごめんね。
Well, let's say, sorry this went on longer than I expected. Somehow the conversation just took on a life of its own, I guess.
ね。
Yeah, I've actually got one last request, do you mind?
僕はね、
I've actually been doing certain research along with my duties as a counselor. It's not quite like counseling, more like a type of psychological treatment. Basically, it's a project to learn more about people's metaphorical hearts, what they think and how they feel.
どうかな。
If I get far enough with it, I think it'll be able to help a lot of people, so... Ooh, I got a theory for this guy. He might have been involved with the stealing of, the research from our very good grumpy father's wife, and all that subplot that we learn about later on. He might have been involved with that. He kind of hypnotizes and uses a sex toy. Very specific fetish there. The game's fantastic. They've added a significant amount of content since they started developing it 5 years ago, but the game is great. And you've been playing it a little bit in the Discord server. Yeah, I was watching a couple of videos online because I was curious about it when I saw you were playing it and you were talking about it. I wasn't sure if that was a false memory of you or someone else, so I wanted to ask. But what I've seen looks incredible. Like picking up an object and using it to block a doorway, or slamming a door in front of someone, dropping a ladder in some monster. Yeah, I thought you were the one who told me about it, but... So, admission here. When I look at chat, a lot of the times I see colors, and over time memories are associated more with alright, someone with a red name was talking about a thing. I don't know if that was Gomper, or Disposable Account, or any of the other red people. So I wanted to ask you, because I was pretty sure it was you. Yeah, they drag in another red name in chat. Especially because this game looks like a super clunky Dark Soulsian experience almost. So it looks like the kind of thing I would have a lot of fun with. So I might try and reach out to the developer and see if I can get a little bit of a key from them. You and Gao are the only consistently yellow people in chat? Yeah, Krios, I can keep track of you pretty well. No, I don't mean Souls-like in a, this is a genre and falls into it. I more mean... the tone and setting have, an evocative of a Souls game. Yeah, when you have to look at chat a lot, you get a lot of, colored names, and you build associations with them. Also, a bunch of, Souls-based YouTubers I watch have been using Exanima in some of their content, so my association has been, what if Dark Souls were top-down, physics-based, and didn't have any of the trappings of the genre, so not Souls-like, but it's a point of reference for me now, because of these associations I'm building. I'll need more details.
ごめん。
Yeah, it's weird when someone's light blue and it isn't Milkchug, because Milkchug's the light blue person. You don't really know what's on the table? Yeah, I was watching and at first I thought I had a grasp of it, and then a giant fucking monster showed up and I was like, oh, never mind, I didn't actually know where this is going. But I did watch someone drop a ladder on a monster and it got stuck on their waist, and then the monster tried to go through a doorway for a while and just couldn't get through. I was like, yeah, no, this is my kind of game. What is the Song of Life? I'm gonna go with Ice Crystals by Medwin Goodall. That's the Song of Life. Oh, sorry. I guess my point is I'd like to ask you to help with that research. Are you ready, kids? All you'd have to do is listen to my theories and then tell me if they spark any ideas or realizations on your end. Please, anytime's good for me. I can work around your schedule. And I've got a lot of snacks too. You can have them. They're yours. Why me, though? So the theme song to SpongeBob SquarePants is a great song for having sex to? Dilly Dragon, you're trying to say that the sound of silence is the Song of Life? That's a solid driving beat. To be honest, sometimes I hit a wall in my research. I've been working on it alone, but some second opinions from a perspective like yours could really push it forward. Oh, and don't worry, I promise I'll repay you for it. When my heel turn happens and I reveal I'm a villain. Maybe I could teach you some tips for mental training. I happen to know a lot on the subject. I'm sure I can cook up a special regimen for you. If you're dedicated enough, I'm sure you could draw out your full potential. It's such a second deal. I feel like my bond with Maruki is growing deeper. Oh, you're saying there's a song called Silence? Or are you saying that the concept of silence is in itself a song? There's a lot of deep questions on the table right now. You have to try and finish before the O? Are you ready? Oh, that's like the beginning of the song. I feel like my bond with Maruki's growing deeper. I heard the concept of silence. I mean, I'm not actually disappointed when no one caught my shout out to Medwin Goodall, given that no one would know who Medwin Goodall is here. But I hope at least one of you decides to look up Medwin Goodall and discover a very weird, new agey producer of music. When Joker is inflicted with an ailment, he may recover immediately.
Yes.
That's a powerful one for rank 2. The Counselor Arcana doesn't exist? Oh, as in it's not an actual type of, tarot card? Oh, would it be okay if we traded contact information? I'll contact you when I've got time, or when I need some input from you. This doesn't seem sketchy at all. How'd you do it? It's not one of the classic major arcana. It's definitely not. Alright, I better do my part to repay you. Let's talk about mental training and presence. Let's see, first off. Thanks to Maruki's mental training, my mind feels stronger.
Yes.
Oh, and here, never a bad time for a snack, right? Yeah, Sojiro's here if it... See, I grew up watching a lot of Sailor Moon, so anytime there's a new person or new establishment, I assume that new person or new establishment is actually the villain of that episode. Because that's how Sailor Moon works. Every episode of Sailor Moon is, hey, there's a new blank in town today. Should we go check it out? Fuck. It's the villains. This is their plot for this episode. Every time. Really spent a long time talking to Maruki. Look at how late it is. Well, if you think the sessions are worthwhile, you should try going again sometime. But we should definitely get some sleep for now. Tomorrow's your last day of exams, right? Can't make me. I'm gonna make stuff. Damn it. You can make me. He actually is my boss. Yeah, like... the Arcana are all represented already in the game. What's the new character's Arcana gonna be? Is she also going to be a new made-up one? I am so sleepy. I ended up pulling an all-nighter.
リュウジが勉強かよ。やりでも振るんじゃないか。
These are voiced lines. I'll let them do the talking.
いや、テストは潔く諦めた。ゲームしてたら朝になってたわ。
You're failing for sure.
いいんだよ。偏差値上げんのは上から期待されてる奴らの役目だろ。
おはよ
いや、朝っぱらから大口開けてんな。
So why'd you choose this school? Oh, the hideous pants we have to wear.
う。最後くらい頑張ろうと思って。
Alright, the world.
さすがはアンドの。どっかのバカザルとは大違いだな。
あ、てめえの方が脳みそちっせえくせに偉そうに言うなよ。
無用の長物って知ってるか？
Lift my tarot deck and see what a random card is. Ten of Swords. Here we are.
なあ、もう朝からうるさい。
That's because Anne is wearing super sexy tights. Which are super sexy because they are. Just got the X of Swords again, come on. What's wrong?
んだよ、痴漢でもいたか？
Ah,
そうじゃないから。なんでもない。
Japanese word for groper, chikan. Gotta meet our new best friend.
あいつ降りてきた。やばくない？てか、もうちょっと心配してよ。
しょうがねえな。
You're never into the whole chikan thing? I mean, it's sexual assault. There's no reason to be that. Groping someone on a train without permission is bad. Oh yeah, no, it is its own little, like, pornographic subgenre these days. Oh, I just remembered a scene from the anime. Oh, you savage maidens, or you savage maidens in your season? I can't remember the name of the show. Savage maidens is what I refer to it as a shorthand. One of the girls has a crush on a dude, and they were childhood friends, and at one point in the show, the mother's like, oh, you can come in, he's not... Oh, you savage maidens in your season, thank you. Fantastic show, highly recommended. Was a real winner that season. But, the girl goes into the boy's room and she wants to borrow a DVD. But the DVD is a cover. The case is for an innocent children's movie. But inside there is in fact a pornographic DVD called The Wheels on the Bus Go, Oh Yes, Harder. And we reference that DVD constantly. But he doesn't want any porn that takes place on a train because his hobby is trains, and he wants to keep trains pure and safe, so he opted for bus pornography. The wheels on the bus go, oh yes, harder. Yeah, it makes me giggle randomly while I'm like just walking down the street and I see a bus drive by. And my brain goes, the wheels on the bus go, oh yes, harder, harder. Have I seen or read Suridori Children? Yes, I did. That one was also fantastic. I watched it. I watched the anime adaptation. The younger sister is one of my favorite characters of all time. Randomly, I'll watch the clip of her losing her mind at the text messages being sent. She makes some real good faces and noises in those scenes. Well, that is a really good scene too. Krios, have you seen... We may have talked about this before. Have you ever watched Kokoro Connect?
俺も手伝いに行くんだ。ぜひ来てくれ。モデルの件。その時にでも返事をもらえると。どうせ海外に興味はないだろうが、チケットは人数分。
I figured you would. Kokoro Connect seems like the single most Krios anime I could think of.
じゃあ明日、ぜひ会場で。
That's another show I really like.
わかりやすいやつ。
Yep, the famous
じゃねえ
line.
よな。
行ってみようかな。
Top 5 line in all anime.
やば。
It's a very good moment.
また後でね。
安堵のを狙うとは。ユウスケ。
I love so many aspects of that show, but one of my favorite parts is when they eventually get to the point where they're like, why? Why are you doing this to us? The all-powerful force that's causing all these things just goes, we're bored. We're just bored. We're doing it because we're bored. Which is the most realistic answer ever. Because that's the kind of shit I would do if I were a god or had godlike powers.
確かにマダラメは許されざる罪人だった。富や名声を子供たちの生き死で肥やしてきた憎むべき大人。けど長年隠し通してきた秘密の悪事を短期間でどうやって突き止めたの？
Comper knows nothing about Krios other than his taste in porn. It was the metaverse. Come on, get with it, lady.
また異世界？
Spaced out while it's after. That's okay.
じゃあ
The
仮
late
に
night
君
whisper
が言うよう
stream
に
is about
宝を
kicking
盗め
back,
ば心を変えられる
relaxing,
んだ
being
と
real
しよ
chill,
う。そうなると
falling
別
asleep
の
for a
疑
lot
い
of
が出て
people.
くる。人が急に意識を失って目覚めなくなったり、逆に凶暴になったり。4月の地下鉄事故もそう。これって見方によれば心が急に変わる現象だと思うんだね。君たち。
I mean, isekai literally is just like other worlds. So she's just referring to the metaverse as being this mysterious other world we keep talking about. What happened is why is there this 6-month later cutscene? So, when you first start the game, your character is captured and put in a interrogation room and beaten, which is why we're all beat up. And this lady shows up and she says, tell us everything from the beginning. And so the game then flashes back and we are telling her our story. At crucial points during our story, it cuts forward to this moment for us to answer her questions regarding our account of the past. It's a framing device. What you're seeing is a narrative framing device that helps to contextualize a lot of the moments in the story and to set up a lot of very satisfying twists and turns that will happen later. It's also part of like a mystery, like what's going on, how are we going to get out of the situation? We don't know why we were at that place when we got captured. It's very smart storytelling. And also everything Krios is saying.
So. いいわ。まだらめの件の続きを話して。事実だけを簡潔によ。
Oh god, no, not the exams. Close my cheat sheet. Oh yeah, no, the cheat sheet I'm using is definitely for the original game because we didn't even get the placebo effect question. Can't date a metaphysical concept of a person. Or can you? Oh, that attitude. Good answer, good answer.
終わった。お前どうだった？
I'm feeling confident.
裏切り者！
That line
もう試験の
delivery.
話はやめようぜ。
Unexpected.
いやでも来週答案が返ってくんだしよ。
Anyway, I was curious about who does the voice of Yosuke in Persona 5.
何見てんの？
例のサイト。
This Japanese voice actor sounded very familiar.
大した情報ねえし、書き込みも減ってきてんな。
我が輩、一発屋で終わんのはごめんだぜ。
ジタバタしてもしょうがないよ。そうだ、どっかランチ行かない？こないだのお釣りも残ってるし。
なら俺寿司がいい。それかうなぎ、国産の。
ねえからそんなに。あ、そうだ、朝もらったまだらめ店のチケットは。
Yeah, I know it's Matt Mercer, but I don't know the Japanese voice actor.
まさかあのユウスケに一目惚れ。
そんなんじゃないっての。
そうだよな。
Almost like they're the same person.
テレビの特集見てた時、結構いい絵だったし。
But you do have to going back to the tourist demon area. So on the bridge where the fire drake shows up, on the side
ラー
where
メンだっけか。
you come from the tourist demon area, where you met Solaire, there's a door that was locked. You probably have a key that will open that door, which lets you go down to the depths. No wonder he sounded so familiar! Oh my god, I'm so excited to listen to him yell in Japanese now. So, this is very, very exciting. Yosuke's Japanese voice actor is Gintama, one of my favorite male voice actors. It's gonna be a real treat to listen to him shout. No wonder he sounded so familiar. I'm curious too. You've never seen Gintama.
それより
It is a very fun experience.
どうする？たまには芸術でも鑑賞して。
Oh yeah, yeah. You've been to the Capra Demon? Did you do the Capra Demon, Will Tafty?
こうなりゃ全員で行くぜ。
Gintama is long
芸
and
術の
stupid.
鑑賞は
I love the
人間
stupid
の
part
魅
of
力
it.
や
It is
品
very
性を
long
高め
though.
美術品の診断を間違う回答なんてダサいしな。
まあみんなで行くなら。
なら決まりね。
You want to beat the Capra Demon, and then you want to leave his arena, make a left-hand turn, go down the stairs, walk forward. You're going to see a door on the right. You want to go through that door on the right, and you want to keep going that way. But yes, what I just said is what you want to do. Your wife made you an Elizabeth birthday cake? That's amazing. When we say Gintama's done, we mean it's done in like... Gintama is very explicitly a parody of shows like Naruto and Dragon Ball and Bleach, to the point where it actually has jokes that make fun of those things, because any property that shows up in Jump is fair game for parody in there, and they will savagely make fun of those shows. It's a comedy shonen show, so it has like a lot of the pacing, but it makes fun of all those pacing elements. The hard part's the boss aspect of it. You might not have to fight the Capra Demon. I don't remember if he is responsible for the key that you need. You might just be able to skip the Capra Demon and go through that door I talked about. Alright, it should be fun.
古典に行くって響きがちょっと大人な感じ。
But I feel your pain. The Capra Demon's a
会
frustrating
場前
fight.
に集合ね。
Ah, some nice relaxing ocean waves. Alright, tomorrow we go to the gallery with Lady Anne. I'm curious to know if this Madarame has anything to do with the name we heard in Mementos. Can't afford to be late tomorrow. We better not go out right now. So I keep thinking about what Nakanahara said. Could he have been talking about the famous artist Madarame? Nice catch. Well, it is pretty rare last name. Yeah, I mean, you guys ever heard of someone else called Madarame? It's really not common at all. If what we heard is true, Kitagawa-kun's studying under a corrupt teacher. I mean, a teacher who treats people like tools. Kitagawa-kun's life is probably pretty terrible. We gotta look into this.
よーし。
Damn it.
どうした？どうした？
Gotta go shopping.
おいおい。
Damn it, I just want to go buy crap. Uh,
おい。さてと。
might as well go for a little bit of kindness. And also work on his next rank.
よく聞け。こんなもんだな。
I feel like I should get more than one pip. Like, I get 2 or 3 sometimes for doing the stupid plants that I give water and food to. This is cleaning an entire goddamn coffee shop. Rowan's the Dragoncraft leader in Shadowverse. What's after you watching the Shadowverse anime?
混んでんな。
いるのバレたら面倒だからあんま出てくんなよ。
来てくれたんだね。
まあ、うん。
Rowan reminds you of your first real D&D character.
てめえで剣置いてったんだろ。
他のお客様の邪魔にならないようにな。さあ、案内するよ。俺の描きたい絵のこともいろいろと話したい。
Oh my god, I could hear it. I could hear the Gintama so much. This is just whenever Gintama's trying to do his suave voice.
大きな絵の裏でゴニョゴニョ。
No, I haven't actually tried Demon X Machina yet.
出てくんなっつの。マジで芸術鑑賞する？
There is an
帰るっての
anime.
もありじゃね？
It's in the Yu-Gi-Oh style where it's a bunch of people that play Shadowverse. So Shadowverse is like a video game in their worlds, as opposed to like an anime about the characters in Shadowverse, which is what I would have wanted. Let's learn about Madarame.
一遍だけざっと回るか。どっちから行きゃいいの？これ。ん？この間のじいさんだ。
You've never watched an anime before. That is such an alien concept to me, what's after. I watch anime basically every day. Like I have a ritual with my housemates where around like 10 p.m. we hang out for like an hour and a half watching anime.
なかなか難しいのですが、泉に一つ、また一つと泡が浮かぶように心の内から自然と湧き出てくるので
A
す
Three
よ。
Houses anime? That would be pretty cool.
重要なのは金や名声などの
Question is, which
属性から
storyline would
離
they
れること
adapt?
ですな。
Or like the Fate Stay Night franchise, where they just keep on adapting the different storylines over and over again.
あばらや？
Did you hear him yelling about
無
lolis?
心が内なる美を育ててくれると。それにしても巨匠まだらめ先生からあばらやなんて言葉が出るなんて。
ご覧いただければわかりますよ。
あばらやって言葉確か。
まだらめ先生来てるの？
あそこ。
やっぱり初日来てよかった。
ちょっと多すなって。
Very anime.
多すぎだろ。
Agreed.
潰れる。
とりあえず出口に死ぬんじゃねえぞ。
日本画ってこんないろいろ種類があるのね。
普通はもっと作風は絞られる。でも先生は全てを一人で創作してる。特別なんだ、先生は。
ゆうすけ、ここにいたのか。
Already knowing that this guy is a huge
昨
douchebag.
日の子だね。楽しんでもらえているかな。
ほんとすごいっていうか、
Naruto runs with foul mouth.
何かを感じてもらえる。それだけで 我々画家は本望だ。いい絵になるといいな、ユウスケ。では失礼。
I have to go take credit for your work somewhere.
芸術家ってとっつきにくそうだけど、先生って親しみやすいよね。あ、これだ。生で
For
見た
some
かった
reason,
絵。
I'm only just now really appreciating just how tight Yosuke's pants are. Like these jeans are lifting and separating those butt cheeks.
感じるの。あんな気さくで紳士的な人なのに、こんな絵が描けるなんて。
What's that remind you of, Krios?
どうしたの？
なんでもない。こんな絵よりもっといい絵がある。さあ、こっちだ。
Ah, the Endless Eight experience of Haruhi.
おばちゃんの肘がもろ。
No show makes me hate the titular character more than the melancholy of Haruhi Suzuyama. Fuck that lady, she sucks. Wait, what about Anne?
それは置いとこうぜ。ネットの書
Lift
き
to
込みだ。
separate your workout routine. Good, good.
ほら、ここ見てみ。
なんで先帰んの？
ちげえって、俺ら巻き込まれて。まあいいや。
The real main character is Kion. I mean, he is the actual main character. That's why I said titular character. Because the title of the show is her name.
なんて？
The best part about the melancholy of Haruhi Suzuyama is the movie disappearance of Haruhi Suzuyama because she's not in the fucking movie.
盗作？
And instead it follows the best character.
最初に見たときは何とも思わなかったけど、あばら屋でまだらめだからな。住み込みさせている弟子への扱いはひど
Suzumiya,
く、
sorry it's been a while since I've seen that written out.
絵など教えてもらえない。人を人とも思わない仕打ちは飼い犬をしつけるかのよ
I wonder if we could friend him. They just showed us his line
虐待っ
ID.
てとこか。
う。マジなら大スキャンダルだ。
北川くんが書き込んだのかな？だってまさに弟子でしょ？
I watched all 8 episodes of Endless Eight in like
匿名だから。
one sitting, basically.
となると、メメントスで聞いたマダラメ
You
が
hate that anime with the blazing fire of a thousand suns? Is it because Haruhi sucks so much and like the show is just watching her be awful to her friends episode
あの時の
after
社長に聞け
fucking
ないかな？
episode without ever growing as a character?
現実の本人に聞けば。
どんな風に聞くんだよ。メメントスのことか
Oh,
ら
it's not
説明
that?
すんのか？
Why do you hate the anime then?
それに現実で表立って動いたらマダラメ本人にバレる可能性もあるぜ。
そっか、そうだね。
The disappearance movie though was fantastic and
マ
I
ダラメのこ
recommend
とど
it.
う思う？怪しくね？
Basically, Krios, basically. Good night, What's Hafty, sleep well. Ah, you hate it because of season 2 specifically. There's a lot of like history behind that nonsense. Most people judge it entirely on season 1 and pretend that never happened, the Endless Eight. If you ever want to feel like you're going insane, I recommend watching all 8 episodes in one sitting while partaking in marijuana. I felt like I was falling into an endless pit of suffering. It was amazing. Like, I lost track of what episode I was on after a while because they're all the same goddamn thing. He does seem suspicious, yes.
だよな。偶然にしちゃってきすぎだ。こいつが黒なら待ってましたの大物だろ。
まあそうだけど、本当なのかな？
あ、そういや、モデルの話はどうなってんだ？
What's after? That's probably the best joke I've seen all
北川君から
day.
連絡もらってる。あと、マダラメ先生のアトリエの住所も。
住み込みっつってたな。ちょうどいい。明日行ってみようぜ。
That's the worst part, is that the differences are so very subtle.
モデル、明日？急に言われて
Sleep
も。
well, What's after? Sleep well.
はあ？期 北側に話を聞きに行くんだよ。
なんだそっち。
You got stuck in a bathtub. That's my favorite part.
よーし。
We need to find out if that rumor about Madarame is true. If it is, this might be exactly what we needed.
さてと。
Because we're hooked on the thrill now. Just gonna slam through this. We'll figure it out based on the names afterwards. Oh my god, cosmetic cure is 14,000 yen. Allergy relief pack, please. He also did other stuff, probably. Double.
さてと。
いいか？
おい。
God damn it, you fucking cat! What can I do? Study, clean, make infiltration tools. I want to return my DVD too. We haven't gotten the video game system yet. Oh, I could do pull-ups as well. I forgot how to do pull-ups. The chair. I forgot what training does. I think I'm gonna go with studying. Gonna use a bathtub, showering's more efficient. The bathtub is not about efficiency. It's not even about cleaning yourself, honestly. A bathtub is about, like, relaxing. It's a therapeutic experience. One of my favorite parts about traveling is I get to use the bathtub in the hotel, and that shit's awesome.
いいか？
Best bath I ever took was in Kyoto. They had a yuzu citrus bath bomb. I ordered a beer and beer snacks, and they had a little TV in the tub room. So I basically had a cold beer, like ice cold beer, in a bathtub that smelled like my favorite flavor in the world, while eating delicious spicy nuts and rice crackers. It was the single greatest bathing experience of my life. And then after that, my closest friend pretty much in the whole world, me and her got fucking wasted. That is most drunk I've ever been was that night in Kyoto. Our mutual friend was off on a exciting romantic night with a person he met online. So we were all alone in the hotel and we had carte blanche with the alcohol. And it's just like, fuck it, man, let's walk down the street and buy a bunch of sake, order some more alcohol and room service, and watch Japanese TV. One of my favorite nights of all time. That's when we watched a weird show that was designed to teach elderly Japanese people about LGBTQ people using puppets. It took us so long to figure out what we were watching. You don't have much time for studying, so why don't you study now?
戸締まり頼んだぞ。
なあなあ。
Oh, I mean, Japanese. We were in Kyoto. This was Japanese basic cable. Like I said, a show designed to teach the elderly about these newfangled sexual orientations and identities. Just like, what are these puppets doing? I don't understand.
さてと。
Then eventually it all sunk in, because again, we were super drunk. At least in the hotels, it's hard to find that kind of
じゃあ
content.
始めるね。
Whoa! New scene, gotta turn off auto. That being said though, like, you could find lots of adult stuff in Japan very easily, especially in Akihabara. If you're in Akiba, like most stores, if you go up to like the 4th or 5th or 6th floor, they're just dedicated to pornography. Just wall-to-wall pornography. You miss being drunk with me? Being drunk is a rarity for me. I'm not really much of an alcohol person. But as a special occasion, I will happily partake of libations. Hey there, I'm Dr. Maruki, your school counselor. Thanks to the school, I can even talk to you outside of counseling now. But if you put a pot cookie in front of me or a pot brownie, sign me the fuck up. Don't need a special occasion for that. I want to talk a little about how mental health and perception can affect you. Don't worry, I don't want to stress you out or anything. Just relax and listen. How much do you guys know about the emotional mind? See, what's going on in your mind can affect your body pretty significantly. There's proof it can even heal you depending on your outlook. So, splain kun. What do we call the phenomena where believing in a treatment's power is enough to improve your cognition? Oh, they redid it so the placebo effect happens with him? The other teacher did it originally. It's definitely the placebo effect. That's a gimme. Yeah, I'm looking at a screenshot of when the placebo effect came up the first time. We should visit LA sometime. One day I do have to go out there because my good friend who we go to Japan with all the time lives in Palo Alto. That's correct. Some people specify that placebos don't actually have any curative properties, but even if medicine does nothing chemically, it can affect your perception and help you feel better. On the other hand, if you don't trust a medicine to begin with, it might make you feel even worse. We call that a nocebo. I sure am smart. That's just one example, but my point is that our minds and bodies are more connected than we think. So it's important not to push yourself too hard. Remember, your mind needs time to rest too. And it's my job to help with that, so come by the nurse's office whenever you're feeling down. Mind affects the body, huh? Think I'll change back into a human if I just believe in it hard enough? You've been to LA a few times, but it wasn't really your cup of tea? Outside in general is not really your place. I'm a cold weather person, and I really thrive in colder temperatures, and I don't do terribly well this time of year. Like, warm weather actually makes me, like, depressed more often than not. So, I'm not a huge, like, yeah, let's go to California, because that's basically just gonna be like spring weather all the time. Just don't come during fire season. Oh, you're in California, Gross. You're actually probably closer to Palo Alto than Gomber is. They're all on that coast. Get out of here. We're in a public train. There are people 3 inches away. Do you really gotta call us the Phantom Thieves? You're so stupid, Ryuji.
電車が一番早いでしょ？ペット乗せても大丈夫だしね。おいこら誰がペットやねん。
Yeah, it is close to San Francisco.
ペット運賃払ってねえんだよ。
我が輩がお前らを連れてやってんだ。ご主人様と呼べ。あ、猫さんだ。
やば。
お兄ちゃんのペット？ニャーニャー泣いてた。
It's just a creature. It's a stuffed animal.
そうそう、ただのおもちゃだって。押すと声が出るの。
やってよ。押してやれよ。
冗談じゃな。にゃにゃー。あ、すごい。もっとやってやって。
Time to button mash. I should press gently.
にゃにゃー。かわいい。もっとやって。
I mean, I've never been there. I just know that he's in Palo Alto. San Francisco is to the left and up on Google Maps, and he's very close to where he works,
私たち降りなくちゃ。それじゃあまたね。バイバイ。
at VMware's main offices.
で、何線に乗り換えだ？
Alright, which line are we gonna
住所によ
transfer
ると
to?
あんま近い駅ないんだよね。あえて言うなら最寄り駅はここ。
Just trust the Ginza line.
あと全部歩
The
きか
Ginza
よ。
line will take
電
me
車の
home.
次は歩きってどんな回答だよ。
いちいち文句垂れるな。
あばら屋って言ってもこんな都心に住むなんて。さすが有名芸術家だよね。駅前広場に出てセントラル街の方に行くのが早いみたい。行ってみよう。
Oh, Krios, are you watching Dropkick on My Devil by any chance? I say watching as if it's a weekly airing show. They dumped all of season 2 in one go, so it's all available. But I'm still watching it on a drip feed. Every couple of days I watch an episode. You're not. The main character is a beautiful blonde Lamia woman who refuses to wear clothing because she thinks clothing is stupid. So you might want to watch Dropkick on My Devil. It's also a very funny comedy anime. Alright, we're looking for rumors. Jashin-chan, yes, Matt Gomper, you're watching Dropkick on My Devil. Oh, you read the manga, nice. I recommend the anime, it's very well done.
行こっか。
The trick is just to try every exit until eventually the game says I got it right.
てか、
石田卓元オリンピック選手、修仁学園教師。自主の動機は両親の呵責ね。人の心はそう変わらん。まして性癖など。
Are you saying I posted some Yuri earlier, or Krios posted some Yuri earlier?
修仁学園
Yes,
念のため探らせて
It's one of my favorite subgenres. I have a lot of Yuri stuff.
もしかしてあれ？
住所も合ってるけど。
Oh,
表札はまだらめってな。
my
チャイム
my like
押してみろよ。
response to the anti-horny stuff where I posted the
押したら
Yeah, go on,
壁
be
倒れたり
horny
しないよね。
and I'm your lust.
たらいが落ちてくるかもしれないぜ。
Most people didn't notice, but you noticed.
高巻ですけど。
人住めるんだここ。
高巻さん。
Since Yuri was mentioned, I'm hoping and assuming everyone's
悪
familiar
い
with
けど
Euro
モデル
Yuri.
の話じゃねえんだ。聞きてえことがあってよ。まだらめが盗作してるってマジ？虐待もなんだろ？
正気か？
ネットに出てんだよ。
これ？ くだらない。盗作もありえないが、虐待だと？虐待するほど子供が嫌いなら住み込みの弟子なんて取るものか。それに今は住み込みの門下は俺一人。俺がないと言うんだ。
Number 2 of the night
疑
coming
う
right
余地
up.
はない。
お前が嘘ついてっかもしんねえだろ。
それは
If you like comedic slice of life
身
shows,
寄りのない俺を
highly
引き取って
recommend Euro
こ
Yuri.
こまで育ててくれたのは先生だ。恩人をこれ以上
It's one of my
愚弄する
all-time
気は
favorite
許さない。
shows, and I'm on a lifelong quest to find a good figure of Kyoko.
どうしたんだ、大声を出して。
I've been into so many figure shops while I'm in Japan, and I've not found a good one.
許してやりなさ
If
い。
you enjoy slice of life and you like
悪
comedy,
い噂を耳に
Euro
して
Yuri is
彼
great.
女のことを心配してきたんだろ
はい。
う。まあこの偏屈な年寄りが万人に好かれているとは自分でも思わんさ。
そんな。
That's the spelling for Euro Yuri, slow Yuri.
ご近所の手前もあ
Or I
る。
guess if you take it to the super literal
頼める
translation,
かね。
slow
それじ
lilies?
ゃ失礼。
But they're using it in
綺麗だったな。
the romance between two ladies sense, so a slow romance between two ladies.
あの絵を見れば先生を信じてもらえるかもしれない。先生の処女作であり代表作。さゆりだ。
さゆり？
You haven't seen it yet? I highly
俺が
recommend
画
it.
家を志すきっかけをくれた絵なんだ。
綺麗。
芸術わかんねえけど、これすげえのはわかる。
高巻さんを初めて見たとき、この絵を見たのと
Father
同
with
じ感動
citrus.
があった。
This is more comedy than Yuri, but there is plenty of Yuri.
俺はこんな美を追求したい。君を描くこともその一環だと思ってる。どうかモデルの話よろしく頼む。せっかく訪ねてもらったんだが、
There's 2 full seasons and like
また
3 mini seasons that are all OVA seasons. And I believe they said they are going to do another season at some point.
二人とも。
メメントスで聞いたマダラメは別人
I
なのか
have
もね。
rewatched every episode of that show countless times. Not as many times as I've rewatched Azumanga Dio, but pretty close.
おいこれナビ。
Oh, you don't have a Quentin Tarantino thing going on where you're into feet stuff?
この表示。マダラメ先生にもパレスがってことだよね。
Me and Tom, True Axiom and chat.
なんで？
Every time there's a shot of feet in anime, we both do very bad Quentin Tarantino impressions and talk about directing the scene.
これマジでなんなんだ。
There's a lot of really long
本当にあんな
standing
小さいの
running
パレ
jokes
スが
for
あんの
us in
か。
our anime watching habits.
入るには最低限本人の名前と場所が分かればいいんだったな。あとはマダラメがこのあばら屋を何と勘違いしてるかだ。
それ鴨志田の学校が城的な？
そういうこと。当てずっぽうでもいい
You
か
don't think you've
ら。
ever heard him speak? We don't sound anything like him. We mostly do like a weird southern pastiche,
とりあえず
but like
城
up the
と
pitch a
か
little bit, because he's a little bit high pitched when he talks.
じゃあ
If you ever get an interview of Quentin Tarantino and you watch it, it always seems like the man is strung out on cocaine, as far as I can tell.
そうか。それと教育指導室。ついでに牧場。
He's a bit of a problematic dude in a lot of ways,
出
but
直すか。
I love his
画家に
movies
関
so
係す
much.
る建物か。素直に考えるとなんだろう。
Yuryuji is one thing, and that is stupid. How about a museum?
開始って。
I know, it's almost like I've played this game before. You haven't seen any of his movies.
おい、い
Let's
つの間に
see.
開始したんだ。びっくりし
Reservoir
たな。
Dogs, Pulp Fiction,
偶然当たり引いたんだからしょうがねえだろ。
Inglorious
も
Bastards,
し
Once
我
Upon
が
a
輩が
Time in
気づかずに歩い
Hollywood,
てって
Kill
また
Bill
敵に
1,
捕まった
Kill
ら
Bill
どうすんだ
2.
よ。
日本足で歩いた時点で別れ。
If we go into like stuff he's written,
モルガナ
From
でも
Dusk Till
こっち入
Dawn.
ったこと気づかないことがあるってこと？
Oh, Once Upon a Time. Oh, sorry, Hateful Eight. Forgot to mention that one.
つかあれ
Shit, what's that other movie?
あばら屋が美術館マジ
行ってみよう。
I have like the character's map, I don't remember the name.
すごい豪華っていうか趣味が美術館なんだよね。
これがまだらめの
パレスは欲に駆られた妄想の景色だ。鴨下のパレスが城だったようにな。
まだらめ先生って現実の美術館にも絵は飾られてるよね。個展も大人気だったし尊敬もされてるし、そんな人がわざわざ美術館
Oh, Django Unchained, I forgot to mention.
言われてみりゃ
And Grindhouse. Jackie Brown, there we go. Jackie Brown, that's the one I
少
couldn't
し入って
remember.
みようぜ。ここで頭ひねってても仕方ない。
だな。つかよ、怪盗に美術館って
So you really haven't seen any of his movies? I recommend them. They're very polarizing movies. He has a very, very specific style to his work. To the point where, like, they are unequivocally Tarantino movies. You could always know when you're watching a Tarantino movie. I love them, and that's probably because the man, when he makes a movie, they're like impassioned love letters to specific and weird genre films that he grew up with. And I'm really into that kind of stuff. Pulp Fiction is relatively regarded as a classic. But I would say like any of his movies are good ones to watch. If you're not really much of a cinemaphile, you might not have as much of an appreciation for his work, but if you like fun movies with snappy dialogue and bursts of violence, then you'll probably enjoy his movie regardless.
まああのじいさんの追っかけ
The only thing you know about Tarantino beyond his movies that he is a lover of women's feet. Yes, that is correct. And he insists on strangling women personally. Also correct. When I said, like, he's a problematic dude, it's the insistence on doing some certain scenes himself that I was referring to, and that is whenever a woman is strangled in a movie he's making, those are his hands you're seeing every time. You don't watch a lot of movies? I watch a lot of movies. Basically, my college experience was wanting to learn how to make every type of movie, and that is my college experience. I took classes on computer animation. I took classes on how to make normal films. And then I did a lot of like independent studies on special effects of every kind. So I did digital effects and practical effects. I really like movies. Well, Samuel Jackson has yet to strangle a woman in any Quentin Tarantino movie that I could think of. Although Sam Jackson does show up in most of Tarantino's movies. I choose to interpret that literally, Mad Gomper, in that he would have, like, a poorly drawn caricature of a face on his hands. It would be pretty fucked up, though. It would be more fuel for the, problematic aspect of it. The exhibit's closed. Oh, I want to see my teammates make that jump. Cowards. Oh no, I love her dancing outfit. as they refer to it as. We'll probably switch costumes sooner or later, probably not tonight. Especially given that we're only going to be going for a little while longer.
Oi.
我が輩の出番だな。
Yeah, what about our grappling hooks? Why don't we just use those? Apparently I'm wearing the Persona 3 outfit for the main character and like... I shouldn't. I don't really have much of an attachment to Persona 3. Oh, we're in a palace. This ain't anything to freak out over. The palace reflects its ruler's heart. We may want to check these paintings out. You know what? I will change the main character's outfit. Who else will I change? So we're gonna keep Anne as a dancer. Hers is good. Is Persona 4 on the PlayStation 4? Persona 4 Golden, I think, is just on the Vita. Although I'm pretty sure you can play Persona 4 on the PlayStation 4 just because I think it has backwards compatibility as a digital download, I think. I'll double check on that for you. I'm gonna change everyone but Anne's costume, I think. Alright, let's see what Seven Sisters High is. As I understand it, the Vita's pretty easy to emulate, so you should be fine doing an emulation of it. Alright, let's see your samurai garb. You don't know when your PlayStation 4 check is supposed to come? If you use direct deposit for your taxes, it will have shown up in your bank account without any alerts. I found out I got mine, but there was no alert for it. I just logged into my bank account to check on it, and it was there. So if you did direct deposit, it's already in there, possibly. There's also the IRS website has a system for you to check. You'll see your Burroughs costume. Alright, Ryuji looks kinda weird. What is going on, Morgana, down there? Where's your fucking face? Morgana! I don't know about Morgana here. It's a creepy, faceless cat. Maybe not that one. It looks like a Daikatana. Why did I say Daikatana? Jesus. A daikon radish. Flashbacks to the video game Daikatana. Alright, that one's pretty cool looking actually. Someone's name and age. I think it's the artist's name. Let's check the other paintings too. There might be something important about them.
Nana.
This is another painting. What's wrong with you, Morgana?
Nana.
Nana. This one has a full name.
No.
One's got an age and a name on a plaque. That's probably it. Yeah, it's a hide.
Nana.
Alright, obviously the game wants me to find a very specific painting, so let's just look for that one. We are currently sleep-bothering Madarame, a famous artist who, there are rumors, he plagiarizes his students' work. He basically, like, puts them in a situation where they're screwed if they go against him and has them produce the art for him, and then discards them when they're no longer useful to him.
飾られてるのは同じような人物画ばっかり。
ちょっと待った。こいつメメントスにいたやつじゃねえか。まだらめのことを話してた。
My god, you're right.
中野原夏彦だ。プレートに名前が書かれてる。
169 dust, nice.
いやいや、なんであいつが描かれた絵がここにあんだよ。つかこのプレートは書かれてるやつの名前だったのか。
普通はタイトルとか作者の名前を書くものだよね。
Go on, you guys will figure it out
やつ
eventually.
の絵がある理由も謎だな。よし、もっと先も調べてみようぜ。
At first, I thought this guy was kind of a weak villain, but when you get to the big reveal on the major painting and who actually did it and who that person was, at that point it's like, oh yeah, no, this guy sucks. There it is, the one we're looking for.
この絵あいつじゃねえの。
北川悠介って書かれてる。間違いないだろう。
ならひょっとしてここにある絵って全部。
They're Madarame's pupils, come on.
そうだよね。
マジか。この人数全部か。前に屋敷に行った時は
弟子というか弟子だった連中だろう。最後の一人を除いてな。前の中野原ってやつの件といいなんとなく見えてきたぜ。
Whenever they're this stupid, it's because the player needs to be the smart one. It's just infuriating because it's like, you guys are my contemporaries, like we're companions. I need you to be as smart as me. But really it's because the player is supposed to feel smart. Well, there's some kind of brochure here. Did you find something? We're here to investigate, so we should check everything that catches our attention. You hate that mechanic? It comes up a lot in these kind of games, in all games really. Like all genres fall prey to it eventually. You remember Haru being dumb? She's probably the straight up brightest one. But she also shows up relatively late in the game, so there aren't that many opportunities for people to learn new things. Because everyone needs to be dumb here because we're all learning together, you know? Like, oftentimes we're learning mechanics, or we're still trying to unravel how the system works. And because she joins so later on, she is already competent, and everyone else doesn't need to play stupid for the player. This is getting way too detailed for a freaking palace. Why do you bother making something like this? Oh, there's a museum guide here. Let's take it with us. It might even show us the location of the treasure. Well, that is a possibility at the very least. It should be a good reference for the scale of this place. Oh, the map only shows half the museum. Oh, it says 1 out of 2. We just gotta find brochure 2. We can worry about that another time. For now, our objective is confirming Madarame's cognition. We may have to reconsider our plan depending on what we find. I mean, he's got a palace. Seems pretty sketchy to me. If, like, the internal rules are to be believed, then the fact that he has one of these means he's guilty. God, Morgana, you're creepy looking like this. Alright, all yours. Alright, I like how Morgana looks like this, but we lose the expressiveness of the mouth. And a lot of the fun of Morgana is watching that goofy-ass mouth. Alright, so the Burrows costume looked weird. The Goto costume looks weird. We didn't look at Shadow Ops. Nope, that's terrifying. That's a fucking nightmare to look at. Why does so many of these remove Morgana's face? You know what? Maid outfit. a lot of these make the assumption that Morgana's a girl, I gotta say. Like 3 of these involve dresses. Which normally I would say doesn't mean nothing, but this is a Japanese produced game. They often use that as a codifier. I agree, Chris, I agree. Just generally speaking, in these kind of games, boy clothes and girl clothes are more strict because Japan's not quite as loosey-goosey as I wish they were. But they're getting better. Look at this. It's actually weird and complicated to think about and talk about. Oh yeah, no, cross-dressers are a common trope, it's true. But when you have a character where they're unsure on the gender, I think it's just part of Morgana's whole thing. I think that's the case. And don't forget, like, the OG example, Tokyo Godfathers. That movie is fantastic.
無限の泉？彼らはまだらめ艦長様が私費を投じて作り上げた作品群である。彼らは自身の
should rewatch Tokyo Godfathers. It's been several years.
捧げ続けなければならない。それが叶わぬ者に生きる価値なし。ねえ、これ多分盗作のことだよね。
So there you go, Gomper. We're in this guy's cognition because he sees his pupils as basically just property that produces art for him to put his name on.
まともな絵描きですらないぜ。画才のある弟子の着想を生活を保障する代わりに盗んでるんだ。
Is that the mafia spin-off of Tokyo Ghoul? You've never heard of Tokyo Godfathers? You should do a quick Google search on Tokyo Godfathers.
生きる価値なしと来てるぜこれ。多分虐待のことじゃねえの。まだらめ様の役に立つうちは置いてやるけど、ダメになったら。
He's a butthead. He's a bad guy. At this point in the storyline, like he's bad, but not like sexual abuse bad or some of the other things that we learn about from other characters. But later on, there's a bit more of a reveal on what this guy has done in the past that makes him far more despisable. Hey, and smart, she already figured it out. Let's do this.
そうこなくちゃな。
待てお前ら。もう一度ユウスケに事実を確認しよう。
んだよ確認って。
実際に悪事があったのかどうか裏取っといた方がいいってことだよ。
From what I recall, no sexual abuse with this particular villain,
まだ知らなすぎるだろ。
but that painting has a lot of significance that you'll learn about later on.
君に連絡してみるね。モデルの話受ければ真相聞けるかもしれない。
Not to mention like the parentage and the way Yosuke was raised.
もちろんみんなも来てよ。一人じゃ怖いし。
偉い画家の先生か。鴨志田より手強いかもしれねえ。まあユウスケから裏取れるまでは準備だな。怪盗団としての初陣だ。絶対成功させんぞ。
Man, I'm waiting for the follow-up on that man from Gomper. Real reason why Yosuke's hiding the truth, huh? You couldn't enjoy a game about swimming through characters' sexually abusive psyches? That comes up a lot in the Persona games, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the Persona games are if they can all be categorized, and I can only talk about 3, 4, and 5, I didn't play 1 or 2. But from my understanding, it's largely the same. There's like 2 major themes. The one is the ills of society and wanting to correct the shittier elements of us as a species and how we behave in our collectives. And the other one is conquering, like, your inner flaws and finding your true inner strength. Like, Persona is all about those two things through and through. And the first part means you often are confronting people that take advantage of or see themselves as above and are domineering of other people, and a lot of that comes out in the way of sexual violence, which is both good and bad. Like, it makes it hard to play through sometimes because that's such a dark aspect of humanity that this game wants us to look at. But other side of the coin, like, it's good storytelling. I really enjoy Persona 4 Golden, and I really enjoy Persona 5. Persona 3 I do one day want to go through and actually finish, but I had more mechanical issues with my encounters with 3. Watching Criminal Minds has taught you anything? Most major crimes have a sexual element to them. I mean, I know when I shoplift, it's mostly for masturbating purposes. What do you mean? Something wrong? I mean, I know Madarami's a bad person, but still, I'm so hesitant because I haven't actually met any of his victims. I guess that part's totally different from what happened with Kamoshida. This might be an extreme line of thinking, but if an evil person isn't causing any trouble now, is there really a point in us stepping in? Oh, you got a point. So we're gonna let Yosuke decide if Madarami's worth going after or not? Oh no, if it were me, I'd never forgive that bastard. Let's see how Yosuke feels. I guess we could talk more after that. Oh, Gomber actually got my number, dead the rights there. I do steal expensive cars so I can masturbate while in the back seat, while the car is going excessively fast on the highway. It's important. It's kind of like the movie Crash. So if you own a whole set of JCPenney's isn't a major crime. Check rumors. So tomorrow's gonna be Anne talking. Maybe I can go outside now. You fucking cat. God damn it, I have a fucking DVD. I wanna return. God damn it. It's nights like this that piss me off when the cat won't let you do something. Because we didn't go into... I guess we did go into the metaverse. But still, like, you're not my dad.
さてと。
ごめん、俺だけど、まだらめ許せないの変わらないけど、アンに言われて、あれ
Though I do appreciate the Morgana making you go to bed memes.
北側にとっておせっかいなのかな。
Tell Beans you're old enough to be his dad, and it somehow turned into an odd threat. What, you're gonna send him to bed? Yeah, the portraits for the phone calls is a nice touch, and I like the animation of the squiggles. He calls you his hypothetical dad. Well, there you go. I am also old enough to be quite a number of regulars' dad, which is weird to think about. Another weird thing to think about is Final Fantasy VII, the original game, is old enough to drink, and in another year, it'll be old enough to rent a fucking car. That makes me feel real old, thinking about the fact that that fucking game is 24 years old. Good lord. Really, it's like 23, going on 24, but it's close enough. Probably.
やっぱそうかつか俺嫌なんだよ
Well, I don't want to toot my own horn, but we'll take them down. We'll teach those shitty adults a lesson. Alright, I contacted Kitagawa-kun about modeling for him. Still waiting for his response. Thanks. Really have no idea what I'm supposed to do as an art model, though. Cover yourself in paint? Please try and take this seriously. Like, you don't gotta go all out for this. You're only doing it so you could get dirt on Madarame, remember? Well, that is true. It sounds like Kitagawa-kun wants to do this in a private way, though. I guess I'll let you guys know when he contacts me again. All of the jokes I could think of are highly inappropriate and very dark there, so we'll just leave it there.
そりゃ願ったりだ。最速で予定に入れ
It
や
is
が
a
った
very good
な。
part.
パレスで見たこと、本当かどうか北川君に確認しないと。
おい、静かにしろ。例の生徒会長だ。
Talking to that narc, Mishima.
見つかったら面倒だな。向こうからバラバラに帰ろうぜ。
オッケー、また後でね。
I get the impression you like that particular character a
で
bit.
かい仕事だな。まだらめの尻尾掴んでやろうぜ。てか、アンのやつ遅えな。
ごめん、考え事してたらいつ
I
の
see
間
you're
にか時
more
間
of a
過ぎちゃって
Subway
て。
than a Domino's.
考え事？
北川君ってさ、明らかにまだらめのことかばってるよね。一緒に住んでるんならまだらめの本性を知ってて
It's a
も
real
おかし
shame
くない
that
のに
joke
知っててかばってるんだとしたら
features
まだらめに
two
何
of
か
the
言
more
われ
disappointing
逃げられ
restaurants
て
in
る
the
とか。
world.
まあ、様子は確かにおかしいよな。
Like, if you're gonna get yourself a sandwich, Subway's probably the weakest option you can go for. If you're gonna get yourself a pizza, Domino's is probably the weakest option you can go for.
準備？
Oh, you're a Nintendo
変わ
Switch.
ってる？
Not me, baby. I'm a sub all the way. Did she cut her bangs?
おお、お前よく気がつくな。
切ってないから。
そうか。
You think Pizza Hut's
行こ
weaker
うぜ
than
北側か
Domino's?
ら話聞かねえと。
モデル引き受けたら北川くんかなり喜んでくれてた。
I don't know
絵
if
を
I
描い
agree
ても
with
ら
that
って
one.
場が和んできたらまだらめの話を出す感じでいこう。
It's been a while since I had Pizza Hut, though.
高巻さんだけだと思ってたんだがな。
二人っきりだと緊張しない？
Like, Pizza Hut has the advantage that it's like the personal
お
pan
前が
pizza
変態なことしね
experience.
えように。
Whereas Domino's I largely associate with
やめてくれ。
super subpar crust.
一切ない。
え？
何か問題でも？
うん、別に。
じゃあ始めよう。
Pizza Huts here are all also Taco Bells. I haven't actually seen a combination of those for a while now. I did see a Holy Trinity not too long ago. But the only Pizza Hut near me is a 20-minute drive away, and it is a standalone Pizza Hut.
呼んでんぞ。
There is another one that is the trifecta though. That's like 40 minutes away. That one's the Holy Trinity.
予定と違うぞ。
Pizza Hut, Taco Bell,
油断させて
and
ちょっ
KFC.
と事情言わすはずだろ。
Which must have like
わかるか
the
よ。
best secret menu in the world.
終わるまで待つしかねえな。マジめんどくせえ。
我が輩、部屋の外に出てみようかな。誰に言ってる？暇すぎるからな。
Little Caesars is disappointing but fine. Like, it's mediocre. Like honestly, most chain pizzas that aren't like super small, like indie local chains, is like some of the best pizza out here is Antonio's Pizza, and that's technically a chain, but it's still a relatively local and small chain. Anything that's like a national chain is usually pretty crappy pizza. Like let's think about the national pizza chains. Domino's, crappy pizza. Pizza Hut, crappy pizza. Caesar's, crappy pizza. Papa John's, crappy pizza. Sbarro, crappy pizza. Like I had Little Caesars not too long ago, but I had it the same time I was having Pope Yes, because we were like, hey, let's go get all that food we haven't had in years that's all in the same place, 40 minutes away. So we got some Pope Yes, and we got some Little Caesars. And Little Caesars was highly forgettable. The Pope Yes was pretty good though. Well, Sbarros do give you large slices though, so that's at least good. The last time I had a Sbarro slice of pizza was... we were all getting ready to go to an Infected Mushroom concert when the venue canceled the event and rescheduled, so we were suddenly standing around with a little tub of pot butter and no techno concert to go to. So instead we went to the mall, each of us got a slice of Sbarro pizza, we slathered the pizza in pot butter, ate it, and we went to see a movie. And I don't remember the movie at all. But eventually we did go to see Infected Mushroom, and it was one of the best concerts I've been to in my life. You used to decent local pizzerias? Yeah, when I lived on Long Island, that was the way things were, is good local pizzerias. And that's why I'm very annoyed that I can't really visit home right now, because of this fucking COVID, because I want good Long Island pizza. And the other pupils? Did I ever eat at Paul's or Anton's? Maybe? Anton's sounds very familiar. Not sure about Paul's. I think there's a place called Paul's 2 that we get from every once in a while back home. They're both on Bayshore Road? Oh, in that case, 100% yes for Anton's. Although their name changed, didn't it? Yeah, Anton's was my childhood establishment. But they changed owners and they changed names years back. I mean, obviously you're a Mulberry Street guy. You used to work for them. Paul's was a little less prominent. Trying to think if I remember where Paul's was. I mean, Mulberry Street's great too. I love Mulberry Street. Our current joint back home is... give me 1 second here. I'm just going to boot up Google Maps. Go to my house. Bayshore Road, follow this down. Because the other place I go to is also on Bayshore Road here. Is Paul's near, like, Roslyn Savings? As if yes, then that is the Paul's I'm thinking of. There's a place on DPA called Delisa Pizza. They're absolutely spectacular. Best for the basics, Sicilian pie is out of control. I think I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, that place is kind of where Olympic Diner is, right? Balls is closed now. Well, R.I.P. Balls. You don't even remember seeing a Roslyn Savings? Oh, if you know where the fucking Olympic Diner is, Roslyn Savings Bank is literally across the street from Olympic Diner. Here's a question. Is Delisa the place where if you get a pepperoni, it's like the tiny little pepperonis that cup up? Like they kind of like curl because they're small? In which case, that place is fucking amazing. And that is where I often get pizza when I am visiting home. Yes, alright. That place is great. I love them. I haven't had their Sicilian though. I'll have to keep that in mind. Oh, we have to leave.
まったくだ。くそ。今回は向こうが一枚上手だったぜ。
簡単に納得すんな。
あれモデル終わった？
Your family's all moved away from that area. You have no reason to go back. That is sad from a pizza point of view.
頭おかしいよ絶対。このままじゃヌードだよ。
You miss most is La Cubanita, right outside the school.
やつのあの言い
I
方
only
じゃ
went there once when I was cutting.
セミじゃなくてフルだな。
フヌードあんたなの。
Full noodle.
いいから。
つか個展が終わる前にまた
Oh yeah,
改
no,
心させれば
man. Long Island is great for pizza. Long Island sucks in many regards, but it has some of the best fucking pizza. Long Island's good for pizza, Chinese food. It's pretty good for bagels.
ねえから。
まだらめだって鴨志田と変わんねえ。野郎は親のいない
I
ユ
do
ー
love
ス
a
ケを
good
利用
chicken
してやがんだ
sandwich.
ぜ。他の弟子たちと同じひでえ目に遭わされんの。
You know what I haven't had in like 100,000 years that I've only ever seen on Long Island? Checkers. Like I know they're not exclusive to Long Island, but I've only ever
あん
seen
た
them
のは
on Long
鴨志田の
Island.
こと耐えてたからユウスケに思うとこがあるんだな。
とにかく絶対狙うべきだ
Checkers
ろ
is called rallies out there.
まだらめは待ってた大物ですよ。ユウスケの目も覚
It's
ま
always
させてやろう
strange
ぜ。
when restaurant chains
同じになっちまう前
have
に
different
は
names for different locations.
そうだよね。
Like Hardee's and Carl's Jr. being the same thing is weird to me.
表沙汰になってないこととかまだまだあるかもしんねえし。
個展で忙しくなればパレスの中を調べやすくなってるかもな。
あと私のモデルのことも。新作を提出しないと不都合があって北川くん言ってた。近々まだらめの作品ってことでなんか発表とかあるのかも。
I love the ticking clock for this is not so much expulsion from school or like going to prison or something super high stakes. The ticking clock for this one is Anne will be painted nude. Not necessarily.
ああ、顔は出ねえかもしんねえしな。
何の保証にもなってないし。
これは何が何でも個展が終わるまでにまだらめをなんとかしないとな。
Yeah, Checkers has really good
早速
fries.
明日の放課後から動こうぜ。屋上はまた会
It's
長
your
さんに
go-to
見つかると
burger
面倒だ
place. Nice,
し。
Chris.
集合はそうだな。渋谷の通路みてえな
So,
あそこでいいか。
our
ま
new
だらめんちから
friend
も近いし。
is kind of a moody artist, and he sees her as his muse at the moment. And so he's determined to paint her as part of his, like, following his artistic muse nonsense. And that's why he wants to paint her naked.
ちょっと君たち話いいかな。
ん？
見たと
Hello,
こ君ら
one of my
ただの
favorites.
仕掛けファンって雰囲気じゃないよね。ごめんごめん。実はまだらめの門下生と知り合いの人間を探してんの。昔
Where's
とあったという
Confidant?
さゆりってい
You
うの
shut
がい
your
るんだ
mouth,
よね。
she's great.
当時の門下生がまだらめの虐待の腹いせに盗んで出てきた
Why
って
she
いう
agreed to
噂
it?
を
It's the
聞いた
only
んだ。
way we have an in
なんか
for
聞いた
this
ことない。
situation. She hasn't necessarily agreed yet, but she will. Yeah, she's not the best for abilities, but I do like her as a character. Ryuji knows.
俺？知らねえよ。
そうか。被害者がいて初めて事件になる。虐待がないとなれば書きようもないか。一旦出直すか。
Oh, those good seasoned checkers
時間がかけて
fries
悪かったね。
and a banana shake? That does sound nice.
私記者やってんの。何かネタあったらここに連絡くれる？それじゃ。
Yeah, I know, I'm kind of
今日は
hungry
解
now
散す
too.
っか。
My dinner was a fine enough dinner. I had a grilled cheese that I dunked into a chicken and dumpling soup with occasional sprinklings of goldfish crackers as my crunchy soup bits. Can't forgive him demanding the paint lady had nude, then claiming to report us to the police.
もしもし、俺、耳寄りな情報があるんだ。回答お願いチャンネルきっかけで改心したってやつから連絡もらった。他にも改心させたいやつがいるから会えないかって。
Wait, no way. Another change of heart.
後のことは本人と話してよ。その改心させたいやつってのが相当やばいやつらしくてね。
Just call him Mishima.
ネット経由とかで名前出すと面倒なことに。
Yeah, how did he get our number? He probably looked it up in the school records. Fucking narc.
放課後、渋谷駅で待たせておくよ。中野原って男の人。
中野原。まだらめの弟子だな。
向こうから声かけるよう言っといたから。
Are you gonna grab pizza? Is there anywhere open? Of course not. Between COVID and 4:30 in the morning. Oh yeah, Yosuke has literally no interest in Anne sexually or romantically whatsoever. He literally just wants her as a nude model. It's actually not that weird. Like most live drawing, most character drawing, when they use models, they use nude models. Like if you're doing the human form, that's what you want to work with. But the character before was Iki, I agree. Found out something insane about Madarame. Sounds like a student of his offed himself when he couldn't speak up about Madarame stealing his work. That's unforgivable. That journalist looking to Madarame too. Although, in Gomper's defense, while for Yosuke, drawing her nude is not a sexual thing, Morgana does bring it in that direction a little bit. Asking the girl who just wrapped up some bad dealings with a sexually exploitive teacher. Yeah, Yosuke doesn't know about that. He's in the same grade as them. That journalist was looking into Madarame too. It could be real. Someone died though. one's talking about it. I bet it was covered up. What if Kitagawa-kun has heard anything? It'd be great if he could help us out. Think that asking a bit much? After today, he's probably gonna be on edge about us. Anyway, Madarami's still a piece of crap. Let's meet up tomorrow. It'll be our first time at the new hideout. Isn't that passageway in Shibuya, right? Got it. See you guys tomorrow.
リュウジが言ってた噂が本当なら、他に被害者がいるはずなんだが。
That's fair. As the audience, you are aware of all these elements. Like I said, there's a lot of aspects of this game that are fairly uncomfortable because they do dive into the shitty parts of the human condition.